welcome back to For Real. It is Wednesday, but today we have something a little different. Provided to us by Mark from Mark's Mildly Interesting, we are taking to the highway today in the comfort of the news van. What does this mean for you, dear viewer? Well, you'll get to see what highway driving is like, and you'll also be able to enjoy the van-o-rama. It's a different perspective to the bike. Some would say the vantage point is better, and it's going to be fun. If you are not subscribed to Mark's channel, pause this video, get over there and do it now. I'll wait for you here, that's fine. At For Real, we donate our YouTube earnings to charities in Cambodia. Here's our total so far. All the detail about this is in the description. Our September payment is in, and we'll be donating that shortly. Wherever you're watching from, thank you for being here, and please remember to like and subscribe. Doing these things helps us earn more and donate more. Today is Wednesday, the 28th of September, and in this episode, we'll check out the projected international tourist numbers. We will also look at the proposed code of ethics to monitor the behaviour of women online, and we will check in with the massive bust that saw 469 foreign nationals detained. Guess where that was? First up though, let's have a look at international tourist numbers. Cambodia expects to receive about 1.5 million to 2 million international tourists in 2022 and about 7 million in 2026, Prime Minister Hun Sen said in a statement to the World Tourism Day 2020 under the theme Rethinking Tourism. Cambodia received 998,272 international visitors in the first 8 months of 2022. That's up 720%. Compared to the same period last year, according to the Ministry of Tourism's latest report. The number of international tourists to Cambodia has increased at a faster than expected pace, promoting the kingdom to lift its target to 2 million tourists for 2022, up from an earlier forecast of just 1 million. If you're travelling from Cambodia via the Philippines, beware that foreign arrivals from Cambodia and Vietnam are going to be subjected to stricter screening in the Philippines. The Philippines Bureau of Immigration has implemented stricter screening of foreigners from these two countries to improve border security. Immigration officers have been told to immediately refer foreigners who have a doubtful purpose of travel to the country for secondary inspection. The order follows reports from local law enforcement agencies of an uptick in kidnappings and extortion activities by syndicates hailing from these countries. So if you're travelling through the Philippines, take extra care to look respectable and have a clear statement of intent. On the 22nd of September, a boat travelling from the south of China to Sihanoukville overturned. 41 people were on board, and so far 21 people have been rescued. 19 people are still missing and 1 has died. 9 of the travellers made it to land in Vietnam and are being cared for there. As more and more time passes, things are looking bleak for those people that are still lost at sea, but the authorities are still searching for them. The Phnom Penh-Sihanoukville Expressway will be open for public use free of tolls for the next month. The expressway is almost 100% complete and it will be ready for use in a few days. Small cars are permitted to drive at a maximum of 120 km per hour, with the lowest speed being 60 km an hour. Container trucks with a trailer can go to 80 km an hour, and without a trailer they can go up to 100 km an hour. Although the expressway is a private road, it is still under Cambodian law and is therefore monitored with cameras. Let's head to the north of the country now. More than 31 pagodas in Battambang City will be officially recognised as significant to Cambodia's national heritage. They will be placed on the National Protection List and be promoted for religious tourism. The Governor of Battambang City said the decision was made during a meeting between the Minister of Culture and Fine Arts and the Ministry of Cults and Religions. All of the pagodas in question are more than 60 years old, and Wat Dam Re Sa is the oldest in Battambang City, having been built over 100 years ago. Battambang Province has 385 pagodas, and the oldest is Wat Samrung, which was built in 1707. The government plans social media code of ethics for women. Recent unacceptable online behaviour, especially by women, has drawn the government's ire and is considered unsuitable and in some cases offensive, demeaning and not in line with appropriate and ethical conduct. As a result, the Ministry of Women's Affairs is planning to release a code of ethics for online users. Some women dance provocatively, use bad language, or their body language reveals excessive immorality. So to resolve this issue, there must be standards set or lines that cannot be crossed. All users who register on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok will have their information stored in the Ministry of Posts database, and this will give them the ultimate power to block users who violate the code. Only account holders who post images or video clips containing nudity will be banned under the code, and only those ones that are women, it would seem, as well. While maintaining ethical behaviour is important, the spokeswoman from the Ministry of Women's Affairs said the government has to consider women's rights, such as freedom of speech, and to choose what to wear or show when posting video clips. Back to Sihanoukville now. 469 foreign nationals have been detained and buildings closed after the latest operation targeting illegal online gambling, human trafficking, and prostitution. The operation ran for 3 days and focused on 8 buildings. The 469 foreigners included 274 Chinese, 6 Taiwanese, 158 Vietnamese, 15 Malaysians, 3 Indonesians, 4 Indians, 3 Thais, 1 Bangladeshi, 1 Myanmar national, and 2 Russians. The specialised force identified crime-related offences including illegal online gambling offences, human trafficking offences, and prostitution offences. In some more positive news though, bicycle exports surged by 55.48% in the first half of this year. This continues a multi-year upward trend driven by growing eco-consciousness, health concerns and fitness culture, and more recently, COVID-linked lifestyle shifts and elevated fuel prices. Cambodia's January to June bicycle exports were worth a total of $455.89 million versus the $293.2 million recorded in the same period last year, according to the Ministry of Economy and Finance. This breaks down to 1,701,285 bicycles with an average value of $268 each. The majority of the kingdom's bicycle assembly plants are Taiwanese-owned and located in the special economic zones of Bavat Town in Svay Rieng province. That's near the border with Vietnam. All right, an update on Cambodia's social security system. A social security system for pensions will be launched in October this year. Soon, the 90-day campaign promoting the benefits of the pension system will be drawing to a close, and Cambodia will be adopting the system. This was confirmed by local news after the meeting of the National Minimum Wage Council for Textiles, Garments, Footwear and Travel Products and Bags. The implementation of the social security system for pensioners was announced on the 28th of June this year under the provisions of the Labour Law. The Ministry of Labour announced the date of the commencement of the payment of social security contributions for pensions under compulsory contributions on the 5th of July. All right, up to the northeast now. More than 60 kilos of bushmeat were discovered in a market bust. Crackdowns on the trapping and sale of bushmeat continues in the provinces, with more than 60 kilos of bushmeat seized from a market in Ratnakiri. The authorities arrested 2 women who were selling the meat. In total, it was 62.9 kilos and included wild boar meat, wild oxen and snake. On to weather. There is some wild weather about in the region at the moment, with Vietnam bearing the brunt of the just downgraded Typhoon Noru. Hundreds of flights in Vietnam were cancelled and thousands of people started to evacuate their homes in the central provinces in anticipation of one of the most powerful storms to hit the country in 20 years. Vietnam closed airports, announced curfews, and urged thousands of people to evacuate as the intensifying typhoon barreled towards the country, 2 days after causing at least 8 deaths and widespread flooding in the Philippines. Cambodia is seeing storms and rain as a result of the typhoon, but will experience a much milder weather event than its neighbours to the east. Now to the breaking news of the day. Life of a Pagoda Boy, the movie, has been released today. It depicts the story of Prime Minister Hun Sen's life. I'll leave a link in the comments. The movie that's publicly available online goes for 30 minutes, so I'm not sure if it's a very long trailer or a very short movie. Either way, I hope you make it past the birth scene at the beginning, which was a little bit traumatic. And in a case of life imitates art, a miracle baby was rescued from a Sihanoukville dump. A newborn baby was discovered and rescued from the rubbish dump in Sihanoukville after being discarded there. He was found by passers-by who were alerted by his cries. They took him to the district police station, who quickly transferred him to the local district health centre. The district governor is delivering milk and clothes every day to help this baby. Once doctors are sure that the baby is healthy, he will be put up for adoption. Let's hope he finds a loving family to take care of him. That brings us to the end of this week's news. You're now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Thank you for watching, and thank you once again, Mark, Kanal, and Baby Max from Mark's Mildly Interesting for providing today's van-o-rama. There's a few more minutes of van footage, so I'll leave it here for you to watch right to the end. Take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.